This broadcast is a presentation of Wcso Sports. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talknin Sports on Max 96.7. Talknin Sports is powered by Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. Contact Anne-Marie for your mortgage product needs. Talknin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. Trenton Processing. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talknin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talknin Sports. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio for a Monday. Lovely outside, but we're inside, and all is fine. Here's what's coming up on the old docket tonight. We're going to talk some volleyball with Nashville Hornets coach Josh Conkle, fresh back from a trip to Bloomington Normal. Later on, it's all for the gridiron and McKendree Bearcats coach Mike Babcock. Plus, as always on a Monday, we have the Body by Boyd Little Loggies Pizza Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. But for now, we're going to hang out the Express Lube guest line for the East Side and Salem. Bill Morgan should be on the other end. Bill, how are you tonight?
I'm here, Rip. Hope you're having a good evening. We'll have a good show, and congratulations to the girls of Nashville for 4th place finish. That's not bad.
Yeah, and with all the super teams they've had, this is the first trophy they've brought back, too. So, yeah, that's going to be in Josh Conko, a super coach over there. So it's straight ahead. But for now, it's you. And speaking of teams, the Salem Wildcats fared quite well in football this year, didn't they? They ended up with a 6-4 record after a 1-0 in the playoffs. All of our near area teams were 0 for 1.
Yes, we made a playoffs for the first time in a long time, and we were looking forward and thought we'd have a little better game against Paris and have it, but that wasn't the case, might be. But I can't argue all the way because I had a grandson play for Freeburg, who were co-champs in football in the Cahokia Conference.
Yes.
So either way you go, I guess I'm a winner.
Yeah, I remember you saying that now the last time, maybe mid-August or so when we had you on. So, yeah, that was quite a three-way share there in the Cahokia. And right around our territory here, Highland was drubbed by Joliet Catholic 55-21. So Highland was 11-0. They were socking everybody. I take Catholic was rather potent, and Greenville also fell to Monticello 63-21. Another good year for the Comets too. So we're done around here as far as I'm, basically.
I saw
whatever.
Scores from about Effingham on down. Looks like they all lost in the South. So we kind of had a bad Friday, Saturday, I guess. I
believe that's pretty much the way that came about. So speaking of bad Saturdays. Illinois. Hey, can you help Lovey Pack? I've been sick of him for so long.
Right. Well, you have 5 turnovers, and I think 4 of them, the paper said, turned into points.
24 points.
No way. So that's a killer every time.
And I know he didn't carry the loaf of bread and all that stuff. He's shown me nothing so far. I know it's just year 3 or whatever, but. And we had someone on the other night, and he's very correct. Jim Powers from over in St. Louis, a media guy, who said that, they're hoping that a couple of these players from St. Louis and so forth really make a difference, and they might, and that's fine. I want them to win and stuff. But hey, you know what? Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State, those teams, they're not going to stop recruiting. I don't think they're going to have a year now and then, just like Missouri actually does in the SEC, except we were born in the Big Ten, so we didn't go crazy and leave for a tougher league.
They still go there for a reason. Of course, Michigan's been built up the last 2 or 3 years. They've shown their wares. So, and a Northwestern, you got to be happy there because it looks like Michigan and Northwestern in the championship game of the Big Ten. So
good for the Wildcats.
Feeling good about Northwestern.
Yes, good for the Cats. I hope they upset them.
Right.
When that time comes. Missouri did deal Vandy a 33-28 loss, but my goodness, the Commodores are nothing anymore. Now Missouri has Tennessee. They'll probably finish strong in terms of wins again like last year, and next year start out the same again. It's they're bowl eligible. Whoopie-doo. You can be 6-6 and be bowl eligible.
Right. I think Missouri will get a bowl game for sure, and
they
they're
will
doing pretty good, I guess, at 6-4. But there's 7 in that division. I think they were 5th or something. But
they're 2
of course, a lot of the competition of the SEC is very tough.
It's incredible. That's why outside of money and so forth, for football there was no, and basketball is a better conference than the Big 12. Big 12 is pretty stout in football the way it was.
You know what, Rip? I bet they pay their radio announcers more too than what we get whenever we did it, and what you're still doing, huh?
Well, now that hurts. That's a shocker, and it hurts.
You're doing good, but SEC's another thing.
SIU. They have one more game left with North Dakota State. They're usually good. I haven't really checked, but anyway, SIU is routed 57-38. This season hasn't turned out as anticipated. 2-8 overall, 1-6 in the league. What's the latest though with Cole Stewart, Scott's son?
Well, he's on special team. I know he got an award for special teams player with the first or second game of the year, but I haven't heard much about it other than that. And of course, the 2 strong boys out of Belleville. I know the mother there, so they were supposed to be pretty strong. So hopefully, starting next year, they're going to show signs of something. But two doesn't get it.
No, otherwise they'll be on Nick's butt real quick. Nick Hill.
Right.
And what a player he was, huh? In college and in arena football too. Some player, left-handed quarterback. Alabama wins again, 24-0, their second straight shutout. And the Bulldogs they had the nation's number 2 defense, Mississippi State. So, bam! The game, I watched that one, and then I watched the end of, or maybe this was however it was, but Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, that was something there, wasn't it? State went for the 2-point conversion in the win, and they just came up shy.
Oklahoma keeps winning the close games, so I guess it counts in the long run. But I know Clemson is number 2. But I'll tell you what, it's tough. It's tough here in the postseason to go against Alabama and Georgia. I think those 2 teams are right there. Of course, Clemson's going to be tough, but I tell you, Georgia, you beat Georgia and Alabama, you've done something this year, I think.
I suppose Clemson's a bit of an unknown. Everybody says the ACC is so easy, although they have quite a few teams in the top drawer markings now. So we'll see how it plays out. Could still get interesting. Louisville's Bobby Petrino is, I guess, back on his motorcycle and gone. He got the axe by the Cardinals after They're 2-8. They've just fallen on hard times quickly, just really fast.
Right. They didn't say anything for the future with him, so I guess they're moving on.
Moving on. We all got to move on. Hey, Drew Brees, congrats to him. He's now the second. He's thrown the second highest amount of touchdown passes at 509. He passed Favre, who I always admired a lot, and Peyton Manning's number 1 at 539. But Brees is still gunning at age, 38, 39?
And what didn't he come out of Purdue? He's very short. He is really developed. I mean, unbelievable NFL quarterback. So I'm happy for him. And I always have one question. How did he get that burn or that scar on his right cheek or something? I always wondered what happened there.
I think that's pretty touchy. I don't think I'd ask him that. He doesn't seem to mind, though. And I like him for that, too, by the way. He doesn't have to be Mr. Beautiful, And even he probably has the money to remove that baby somehow. So maybe it's just a birthmark, isn't it?
It might be. I don't know.
Yes.
It might be.
Well, I'll get my crack staff on that, which is me.
Yeah.
Illinois college basketball, they're 1-0. They whipped Evansville, but hey, they have Georgetown and Patrick Ewing. He comes to town with the Hoyas tomorrow.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
another Ewing, huh?
No. Well, I mean, Coach Ewing. He coaches them now, Georgetown.
I think Illinois will have a ways to go again, but
Probably.
hey, how about the SIU Salukis? They got beat by Kentucky the other night.
Played them tough.
That was after Kentucky got ripped and roared by Duke. I think.
I bet they got ripped and roared in practice after that after that win over the Salukis too. They only won by a dozen. They were losing in the second half. I bet Calipari had them stretching for their supper.
Well, Barry Henson was high. Aaron Cook? Is he the point guard or something for the Salukis? They were saying
sure.
He did a great job.
Well, it sounds as if they'll be pretty good. The same with SLU, and we'll see about Missouri. Mark Smith has lit it up so far, but he did that very early for the Illini last season too.
Right. SLU beat Troy, but you'll have to wait on some good, better competition. Though Troy probably is pretty good.
Troy's.
We'll have to see as the season goes on.
Yeah, Troy's supposed to be pretty decent, and SIU they play Buffalo tonight. Incidentally, they just upset. Was it an upset over West Virginia just a few days ago? Buffalo's the one that beat Arizona last year, right? In the post in NCAA tournament.
Is that game at Carbondale? I don't know where it is.
Let me check real quick here. Actually, I can't find it.
It probably needs to be.
I can't find it there. So.
Yeah.
Hey, we had another NBA crybaby get traded, Jimmy Butler. These guys just shed their tears and whine and cry their way out of town to something better. Amazing.
I bet they don't miss a check.
No, they don't miss a check. That's for sure.
No.
But the NBA is the worst of that. The dogs are at home for Buffalo, incidentally.
All right.
If you hurry, Bill,
right.
The Blues were trying to win their third in a row for the first time this year, but they were snuffed out yesterday. I watched that whole game for the first time, really, and they lost 3-2 to the Wild. They can't beat Minnesota, but it was a pretty good game. But they did falter again.
That Wednesday night will be a good one. And want the Blackhawks and the Blues up there for last place. So somebody better get on it, whether it be the Blackhawks or the Blues.
The Blues are at the 500 mark, though. Even though, they were
just under, I thought.
Yeah, now they're at the 6-6-3. The Blackhawks have the same point total, but they played more games. So and of course they're without Joel Quenneville now, who I'm not sure. I don't understand that, but I'll gladly have him coach my team if I was the owner, which unfortunately I won't have enough money to ever incorporate.
Right.
Who do you want?
Joel back? Help us.
Oh, the guy's fantastic. He's still just 60. He'll probably just bide his time now. He has $6 million coming this year or next, unless there's some kind of clause where he doesn't get it all.
You don't have to worry about where his next meal comes from.
No,
I'll tell you that.
He'll be all right. But the Blues never should have fired him. I mean, he got him to a conference final. They fired we're going all the way back to Scotty Bowman and Al Arbor. And it's amazing the guys they let go.
All of them won the Stanley Cup but us. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4 different guys. Quenneville did 3 times with the Blackhawks. The hated Hawks, but wow. So who do you want?
Yeah.
Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, or Josh Donaldson?
Well, I'm gonna go for the cheap one again. I don't know about paying $300 million like the Harper, but he turned that contract down though, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw just this morning now and of course this is all games and all that for Scotty Boras and all that jerk, but hey, he does a good job for these guys. I understand that, but 45 was the going rate per year now for probably around 10.
Yeah, boy.
I don't think he'll get that from. It's crazy. Take the money out of the equation though. Yeah, man, I'll have him in a flash on my team. Left-handed power hitter. He's 26. He's just going into his prime.
I've always wanted to manage for 120, but I guess that won't get it. That's too cheap.
Yeah. And Machado, I've never liked his flavor much. He's don't care for his character. Donaldson, that's a possibility. Of course, he'll probably be hurt half the year. He's banged up a lot.
Well, we probably need left side and all that, but pitching's always a factor, so I hope they go for the best pitchers they can always get because it doesn't seem like you ever have enough.
Well, now, wait a minute. I just, the other day again, I'm seeing they have 11 starters, Bill, so.
They do.
I heard Mosaic say that, too, Sunday morning on KMOX. They have 11 starters. What are we going to do with all of them? We have 11 quality starters. He's full of it. They have
Rip with half of them, it won't work out.
No, it won't. I hope it does, but it doesn't. And one of those 11 is Wainwright. Come on, I'm a Wainwright fan. He's done. The last 4 years he hasn't done anything. Right. Why would he now at age 38?
And Rosenthal, he's supposed to be back, right?
He's going. He went to the Nationals.
He already signed the Nationals.
He signed with the Nationals.
We'll see if he's got an arm left.
Yeah, he was throwing. He was touching 98, 99, even 100 in workouts. That's workouts, I suppose. But I guess whatever the speed is with that, it is. So, yeah, he signed. So he's back there with his, I suppose, pretty good buddy, and Derek Lilliquist, the pitching coach there.
Yeah. If he's got the control, he'll do the job.
Yeah, I hope he does well. Good guy. Seems like a really good guy. I can't believe the Cubs, they must just be, tossing these names out to see what they can get, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo, and if somebody gives them a deal they want, they may just jump for Harper.
They must have the money, so they're waiting on something.
Well, they've got a lot of it, but there is all this. It's not a cap, but that level you can't go over, and then you pay it back to the other. So I'm not sure. Of course, I don't even know if I would do that. That's a pretty good tandem. Cornerstone players at the corners on top of that.
Right.
Yeah, well, I want to let you get in a little golf talk here, Bill. First of all, Matt Kuchar won the Mayakoba Classic, and man, he's a big dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty tall. He's about 6'3" or 4 around there.
He looks bigger. He looks taller. Even.
Money.
How long is he off the tee?
Oh, he's not as long as some of them, but he's still around the 300 mark usually. So they're all long nowadays. I enjoyed the Mayakoba. Must have been a real good one because a lot of the players took a lot of their families there, so they treated it like a vacation. There must be some type of resort or things to do around there.
Oh,
so,
I'm sure. The scores
all were down there.
I believe he was at 22 under, wasn't he?
Right, 22.
22
and you had
under.
And there's a Danny Lee that finished third or fourth. You don't watch for him. If he can win one tournament, he's liable to really break away. I'm really impressed by him. So another Asian over there, but he's very, very good, and he's been so close for the past year.
The Asians have taken over the LPGA, unbelievably. In fact, they have close to half the tournaments now. They host them.
That's true. They have a lot of them. Hey, national sport. We need to make it our national sport, bud, instead of baseball. Would have it. Oh, it'll never happen. Baseball's it, right?
Please, Bill. I don't have a lot left anymore, okay? Let's see.
Hey,
Gabby,
when you come from South Korea, you got to play golf.
The South Koreans are excellent, too. Gabby Lopez and Vijay Singh also won VJ on the Champions Tour. And, I guess is it next Friday? When is the big duel between Tiger? I call him Tiger now because he did get a win. Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, I thought it was like the 24th.
It's after Thanksgiving somewhere.
Uh-huh. So it'll be pretty good. I heard it was on HBO. It's pay-per-view, I guess. So if some will have those particular channels, pay-per-view or HBO, you'll get to watch it. I don't know if I'll get to. I'll see it sometime.
You will sometime.
But those guys never do very badly when it comes to financials. So
no, they ought to put up their own money. Then it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck?
It will be a good match.
So Phil might actually win one, and Tiger might actually win too. I mean, that was his first in 5 years? The other month.
Well, Mickelson finished the year not very good, so I'm kind of looking at Tiger taking it, but we'll see what'll happen because I'm sure they'll have a good time along with it, and it probably will be something to watch because I'm sure they'll joke with one another all the way around.
Well, yeah, they have no money to lose. Not that even $9 or $10 million should bother either one of them, but. That would make it a fun deal if they actually lost their own money. This is no.
Well, they only pull down over $50 million a year every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NASCAR is coming to the photo finish. Kyle Busch won this past weekend, yesterday actually. So I believe that was in Phoenix. You spent some time in Phoenix, don't you?
A little bit. Harvick is up there at the top for the big tournament and all that, but I saw where they penalized him 40 points because his car had a little advantage, I guess, as far as the spoiler on the back.
And he fiddled with it, huh? Don't fiddle with your car, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, it's all going to be decided next week down in Miami.
Right.
The Miami Vice
He'll be
500.
okay. They'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a championship. I really do like the playoff thing they began a few years ago. That's the way it ought to end. All right, Bill. I guess we better scoot, but thanks for coming on again, and say hello to the usual over there in Salem.
I will, but we're all
Odin.
getting older. We stay in more than what we used to, Rip, but we try to get out and have a good time like the young guys.
Try is the key. That's the key. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good program. See you later.
Scores of Stuff
Bye.
with Bill Morgan, brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. Coming up, don't touch the dial. Stay there for Josh Kunkel, the Athlete of the Week, and also Mike Babcock. Yes, indeed, it's Talking Sports for a Monday.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. Let's tag the Express Lube guest line for Nashville Hornets volleyball coach Josh Kunkel. Josh, welcome back.
Hey, Rip. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
I tell you what, the first time we spoke, you had, you just shut out Pinkneva, actually, and since then you climbed a tall ladder. You went all the way up to Bloomington Normal for the state tournament. Quite a trip, and congratulations on that.
Hey, thanks a lot. I sure appreciate it. I'm extremely proud of my team and my girls this year, and was listening to your show the other night and want to send a shout out your buddy in Fairfield.
Derek
he was
Dunn,
talking about that ball game over there and that super sectional at McLeansboro. People that came to watch that, they were treated to a show.
Good.
Fairfield had a great team, and the atmosphere there at McLeansboro, they brought a great crowd. Coach Snyder's done a great job with that program, and the Nashville crowd showed up, and it was a tremendous atmosphere, and saw a lot of good friends there, a lot of volleyball friends around, and they were treated to a good show.
Yeah, you ended up with 32 victories, and I think they were at 30 or 31, weren't they?
Yeah, I know they were over 30, I think, for the first time in school history there, and they should be good again next year, too.
Well, you will be, too, and we'll get to that. And, of course, you go up with the intention of winning a match or two. You want that top prize, obviously. It's about playing and winning, but you competed hard, and you brought it. You did bring a trophy back to Nashville, too, which I know it's a little change situations now, but that was the first in team history, right?
Yes, that was the first volleyball trophy in Nashville's high school history. They did go to state once back in '89, back when 8 teams went up.
Exactly.
But with the change in 4 teams going, we were guaranteed that trophy. And, yeah, of course, wanted the big one. But, we, didn't have a great night or afternoon on Friday. But, the girls recovered real well. Super proud of how we played on Saturday. Took the defending state champs to 3 games and really competed well with them. So, real happy and proud of the way my team performed there.
Yeah, let's talk about that one a little bit. That was against St. Thomas More out of Champaign, and you got out of the jump in fine fashion. You won that first game, even though you trailed at the beginning and for some time, I guess.
Yeah, we played hard. I thought our defense really stepped up. Abby Wesselman and Abby Grabowski, I thought, made some tremendous defensive plays. I thought our block did a nice job at the net, making them hit it where we wanted it to. And our serving, like it's been all year, was aggressive and got us some points. But it was all around team effort. I mean, this group, you never knew who was going to step up on any night. It could be one of 10 different players that had a special night. And just fun to watch. And we showed on Saturday to the crowd up there how we can play and how fun that team is to watch.
Yeah, once you snuck ahead there at 18-17, you held on there, and then you carried that into game number 2 before Champaign bounced back.
Yeah, they got nice hitter in the middle. I think she's about 6'2", and we're not small with Hazel and Delaney. Both, Hazel's about 6'1", Delaney 5'10" or 11.
It's not bad.
And she was going right over the top of us.
Right.
I saw a picture where her head was over the net. I mean, she was a tough matchup for us.
Sure.
And once she got going, we had a hard time blocking her. We made some passes on the back row, but she was pretty tough.
Do you remember Josh? Is she a senior or is she coming back?
I believe she's only a junior.
Oh boy!
So, yeah, they've got a junior in the middle, outside hitter number 1 that's a freshman, I believe.
A freshman.
And I think their setter was a freshman. So they're young. They've got a good shot at going back next year. They got a good program going up there.
The deciding game, the flip of the coin third was pretty even most of the way before Moore pulled it out. So they won it 19-25, 25-15, 25-16. It didn't go as smoothly for you, of course, on Friday, but that was another stout team there, the Galena Pirates, and they swept it from you.
Yeah, they the Wills girl, the coach's daughter, was a handful. She had a serve that I don't know if she knew where it was going every time, but it was coming hard, and it was a great top spin serve, and she just kind of tore us apart and got us back on her heels, and we never did recover from it.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned some girls. Did they announce an all-tournament team or did they do any of that? Who really, if you want to mention, who really stood out for? I know everybody contributed. They have to, not only to get up there, but in the matches at state too, to give your team a chance.
Yeah, against St. Thomas More, Bailey Melton stepped up. I think she had 9 kills in that game. I don't know the exact numbers on everybody else. I know Abby Wesselman had several digs, and Abby Grabowski had several assists. I think we only had 1 block. They kept hitting around and over, but Bailey Melton really stepped out in that match. And the only thing that's been announced for the year is our all-conference team got announced after the state tournament, and we had 4 players. Sydney Schnicker made that team along with Delaney Verrill, Bailey Melton, and Abby Wesselman. So those 4 received all-conference honors in the River to River.
All right, congratulations to all those. They had to. You tied with Pinckneyville, so you knew you were in for a pretty good lock on some spots. So hey, incidentally, I forgot to check. I neglected. Did Galena win the championship?
Actually, no. They ended up losing to Pleasant Plains. It was we stayed to watch it. It was an entertaining match, but Pleasant Plains ended up pulling out first place. In
3 or 2?
It went in 2.
Well, how big?
But it was a battle for them. It was a good match to watch.
Well, it was some campaign, despite the way it finished 0-2 up there. That's taking nothing away from that season, and My goodness, 32 and 10, 9-1 in league play. And you went up there, of course, well, you have to win a lot of matches to get up to state, in the regional and so forth. But you had a 5-match winning streak, and you did carry a 32-8 mark up there. So you went in on pretty much on all cylinders and, took your chances. And this time it didn't work out completely, but it's tough to get there.
Yeah, and it was a great experience for the girls. I know they enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a great experience, a great team to be around. We had, it was disappointing up there, but we had great fan support. That the community in Nashville, they came out. I think we had 2 fan buses come up. Just had great support, not only from Nashville, Southern Illinois supported us tremendous. And even coming home yesterday or Saturday, we came home. Sunday had a little pep rally and had a good showing there, a good crowd, and I think that's when the girls really realized, hey, not a great weekend, but the accomplishment of getting their name on the wall like they wanted, getting that state trophy, for the school. It's just great, and the community supported us so well. And, I'll always remember it, and I know the girls have some great memories from this weekend as well.
Well, you've been there, as coach, 13 seasons? You've had 4 30-plus win seasons, so and this has to be, you got a lot of good teams. Sometimes it breaks the right way. I don't think you want to tag anybody maybe as the best, but just from what they accomplished going to state, you'd have to say they rank right up there.
Yeah, it ranks up there. There maybe was a better team or two. It's hard to
that happens.
Pit them up against each other.
Sure.
But sometimes it takes a little bit of luck to make it up there. You get an injury at the wrong time, or just how matchups roll.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you just don't know. A couple years back, we had a good team that ran into Belleville Althoff that was pretty tough. So you just never know. Never know how the path's going to go and how the injuries go and just things like that. So we had enough luck this year, and a little bit more. We could have won a game or two up at state, but all in all, great team, great experience.
You accomplished a lot, and you're only going to lose. I know they're good players, but just 3 seniors go off the boards, right?
Yeah, losing 3. Jenna Harris will graduate, Bailey Melton, and Bailey Schutte. So those 3 were instrumental this year in bringing the team together and playing as a group, a true team, a true family. And we're going to miss that. Hopefully the juniors and the freshmen and younger classmen learn from their example of how to lead, because that can be contagious. And if they can continue carrying that on, who knows what we can do next year. It's going to be a good group, but there's going to be some people that have to step up to fill the role that those 3 seniors are going to leave behind.
Well, you had a couple of solid freshmen this year, and your daughter Hazel, and also Emily Schnittger. So, if you get some more youngins in there, I think you're just going to reload a little more, I'm sure.
Well, that's the plan. Hopefully the girls can step up, and if everyone improves a little bit, we'll make another run, hopefully.
Well, Josh, appreciate your time again. Congratulations to you and the coaches and, of course, the players, all of Nashville High. I'm sure the fans got a big treat out of this, and so thanks for coming on again, too.
Not a problem, Rip. Thank you for all you do for us.
We'll see you. Josh Conkle of the Nashville Hornets volleyball team, 4th in the Class 2A state VB tournament up at Redbird Arena in Normal. A break is due. We're coming back.
Hi, Amanda Hugo, Internet Marketing Gal here at Jansen Chevrolet. Everyone who works here strives to give you the best service and experience possible, and our track record speaks for itself. Jansen Chevrolet is #1 in new Chevrolet sales in Clinton, Marion, and Washington counties. In addition to the way we do business, this is home, and we support local charities and communities and are proud that our customers, through the years, have become our friends. Jansen Chevrolet on Route 161 in Germantown.
If you're in need of a quality meat processing plant, there's just one place to turn: Trenton Processing. For nearly 50 years, this family-owned and operated business has served Clinton County and beyond, for good reason, too. Trenton Processing offers the very best in retail and wholesale products, custom butchering, deer processing, and plenty more, including specialty pet items. Trenton Processing at 120 West Broadway in Trenton, the home of Sugar Creek Smoked Meats.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
Your future is now with Central Illinois Truck Service. Hi, this is Perry Stanfield. We are looking for new team members, over-the-road hopper bottom and in-dump drivers, plus diesel mechanics. Apply today. Central Illinois Truck Service offers excellent paid health benefits, a good, stable, family-owned company. To apply, call Eva now at 664-2646 or stop by Central Illinois Truck Service, 1713 East Bowman Drive, Greenville, Illinois.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on a Monday evening. Again, every Monday and Wednesday, we are here from 6 until 7, and Saturday mornings from 9 until 10, Wednesdays and Saturdays. That's all year long. Let's punch up the athlete of the week.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. Oh, you're the best.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Body by Boyd in Carlisle. Your complete gym and physical fitness center is Body by Boyd. And by Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze, the choice for pizza, pasta, and more. Call 526-7040.
This just in. Bill Morgan, who is on Scores and stuff, he just sent me a text, which I punched up, luckily. Anyway, Bill's all about golf. Great golfer. He's a super coach at Salem High. Anyway, he had another grandson for the Charleston Trojans, and he won. This one won the 2A golf championship, maybe the second one, or actually won for the second time in a row. Wow, that's how it is. So congrats to Bill's grandson. One of them, I do believe. Anyway, he was the state champ on the 2A level. And I say that also, he can't qualify for this, but we have no athlete of the week this week because it was all silent around here a week ago. I will tell you this, though. So far for the fall, since September through mid-November now, here are those who have won the Athlete of the Week for a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza and Breeze. Oh, yeah. Logan Rodman was our first winner. He was followed by Travis Jasper, Brooklyn Smith, Travis Jasper again, Zach Barnes, Jordan Spangenberg, Grant Gable, Justin Mumford, Kayla Geeterslaw, and Jesse Timmerman. It could be Grant Goble of Modern Day Golf. There's Gables, there are Gobles, but we don't actually have an Athlete of the Week, although Bill, if you're still listening, he is an honorary winner, I suppose. We have another timeout. We're coming back, still ahead. Mike Babcock on this Monday night.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Hi guys, this is Ed from Dine Chevrolet in Trenton. Do you need a new vehicle, but you run into some bumps on the credit road? I'm here to help you. I've been getting credit challenge drivers behind the wheel for several years. I have several lending sources, and I work hard to get the very best rate possible without jumping through a lot of hoops. Dine Chevrolet. Discover our service, our selection, and our great pricing. Call me, Special Ed, at 402-3304 or visit us at DianeForALoan.com to get started.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcso Sports. Wcso Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, HSHS St. Joseph Hospital, Breeze, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, Southern OBGYN Associates, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman, Central Illinois Truck Service, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and by the Carlisle and Breeze Hardys. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
This is Ripping them still in that saddle here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio where your time is 6:41. Yes, sir, indeed. That time drop is carried your way by Zirin Funeral Home here in Carlisle. Now, we saluted the vets on Saturday, of course, for the entire weekend, but that includes this Monday, too. Again, God bless our vets, and I hope and trust all of our veterans had a spectacular weekend, okay? Right on through today and beyond. Isaac Rental Property in Carlisle reminds you the stretch drive is coming up with Mike Babcock. Stay tuned for more of Talking Sports. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkins has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkins because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our customers. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Come see me, Teresa Richards, or Keith Wilkin on Main Street in Breeze.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Hello, everybody. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. Wednesday night, one of our guests is booked. He is McHenry women's soccer coach Tim Strange. And right now, we're off with the Express Loop guest line and McHenry Bearcats football coach Mike Babcock. Mike, welcome back.
Appreciate it, Rip. Glad to be here.
Your grid season is now over, a bit too soon, I know, but hey, I'm glad you went out with a win. Yeah, that was a shootout Saturday on the road.
And anytime you score 50 points in a game, it can always be, hopefully anyway, it'd be a good one for you.
Yeah, you won 50-32 over Lincoln U in Jeff City. You piled up you were just a shad tie of 500 yards of offense.
Yeah, offensively, we've always been very solid this year. I mean, we got a lot of seniors on our squad, and like I said, just a lot of guys playing at high levels, and we're able to score a lot of points. But, anytime you can kick a couple field goals, get a safety, and even a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game, it always helps your
Yes.
scoring offense quite a bit.
And you did not punt.
No punts in the game. I unfortunately had one to two turnovers, but our one of the best punters in the league didn't even get a shot on Saturday.
Well, I suppose you withhold his game check then, right?
Absolutely, we get it back right now. So get it back in the coffers. Absolutely.
Well, most of the yardage, not all, but a lot of it was courtesy of that star QB and Reese Metcalf and his receivers. What do you throw for about 287 yards, 2 scores, Reese?
Yeah. So, and he's been one of our best players on offense this year. I mean, he's one of those guys that is quality. He knows where to go with the ball. He knows where to put it. And like I said, he's going to definitely be a guy we're definitely going to miss this next year. So, but, overall, I thought he had a nice game. And he missed one game this year, correct? He did. Really, it was about a game and 3 quarters. He only got about 5 passes in about mid-season before he broke his foot and ended up not playing the rest of that game, ended up not playing a full game after that, and then kind of came back and kind of gutted it for about 3 to 4 games as we finished the season. He was resilient, and for the season, 27 touchdown passes, only 4 interceptions, and completed 66% of his passes, 2,600 plus yards. That's the season. Absolutely. I thought it was a great one. The bat, as we talked about after the game, he actually threw 2 interceptions in this last game. So he had as many interceptions in one game as he had all year. That's true. Yeah, so, and he's kind of bummed just because 2 interceptions in 1 year, that would have been an All-American status type of deal. Okay. So, he's bummed about that. But overall, I mean, you said those numbers. I mean, those are solid numbers for a senior quarterback. So very happy for him. Well, he was there for almost every, all but 2 in a way. But you scored 40 points a game five times. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, putting up markers was not a problem at all. Yeah, it's nice. It's funny because the guys kept getting bummed every time we got stopped, which, again, that's what you're supposed to when you're a high-powered offense. But like you said, scoring 40-plus points a game for a lot of our games is where we want to be at now. The trick is to just kind of keep that going in the years to come. Yeah, and you had a good ground game with that, too. And you also had, even though you allowed 32 points, you had, for sure, 2 linebackers who cashed in quite a day. 18 tackles between them, Rico Gibson and Kenneth Wilson. Yep. Rico's been solid for us all year. He's the type of guy that, and we have always had a solid linebacker core, since I've been here. And Rico's no different, statistically. He was able to kind of cash in on a lot of tackles, not only for the day, but for the season as well. He ended up with over 100 tackles this year, averaging close to 10 a game, which is, a tremendous feat. And then, Kenneth Wilson had a really nice day this next year. He's another guy that kind of gutted it through the end of the season. He was banging around with a small injury to his ankle, and so he'd limp off the field, but he'd actually find a way to limp to make tackles on Saturday. So definitely good for him to see him kind of play through pain and kind of grow as a player, but definitely a young defense this year. I suppose it's a rarity when everybody is all 100% healthy at the end of the season. That won't happen much, will it? It'd be nice one time, but to be honest with you, a lot of those playoff teams, they're able to sustain injuries and keep playing, and that comes from a great offseason, and some being luck. In condition, being strength, and then also a lot of luck as well. So it plays into it. So, but a nice campaign-ending victory, and it halted a stretch of 2 losses and 3 outings. So you put the lid on 2018 in style, and that got you above the 500 mark in the Great Lakes Valley Conference too. 6-5 overall. You got to like those plus numbers. Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely something to build on. We had our team meeting today, and that's one of the biggest things I kind of addressed to the young guys is that, obviously being 6-5 is great in the fact that you're a winning program, but I don't think anybody comes to just be average. You know,
No,
I don't
no.
think anyone comes, you know, here to be 6-5. So our hope is that we can continue to kind of improve upon what we've done, continue to have high numbers offensively, and build the numbers back up defensively, and have an all-around great team.
You bet. And you were a preseason second pick along with Missouri S&T, but they kind of knocked you out of the charge there the game before last.
Yeah, just unfortunately, like I said, just wasn't able to sustain everything with it. But again, overall, I thought you know, good for the season. We were battling injuries. We were battling some youngness at some positions. Like I said, it's not exactly what we wanted, but I'll take a winning record with some of those sales.
You had some highlight games there, even in losses, as far as, you know, lose 55-45, you win this game 50-32, score 47, on and on. We talked about the 40 points plus and all. And as far as the University of Indianapolis, they hit you pretty big, and they're just tremendous again, aren't they? One loss on the season to who'd they lose to? They were 7-0, and they won the conference again, the Great Lakes Valley.
Yeah, they ended up losing to Grand Valley State, who's 10-1 and ranked,
I've heard of them.
Top 10 in the nation. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, but no, University of Indianapolis, they've always been a great team. They're going to represent us in the national playoffs this coming week. Is the first round of the playoffs. So, best of luck to those guys, and hopefully represent the GLVC well.
Let's see, are we looking at 16 teams or more?
There are 28 teams
28.
That enter the Division II bracket, the Division II playoffs,
So we got
and
some buys.
one team in each region has a bye. So the top team in the region has a bye, and so there's 3 games from our region playing, and then it'll go to 16 next week, 8, 4, and 2.
Okay,
So,
that's a great setup. That's really good. And yeah, hey, I hope Indy. What's the furthest they've went? Do you remember offhand? Because they seem to almost always win the league championship.
yeah, they've gone. I believe the farthest they've gone is, I think, the second round.
Second
round.
That shows how difficult.
Getting into, it is, and I'll be honest, it really doesn't matter what your record is getting into the playoffs. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day. The 2 teams playing for the national championship, so there's 7 top teams in each region. One was a 6 seed and one was a 4 seed, you know, playing in the national championship game. So, you know, you really don't know who can win each week. It's, you know, guys who are playing well at the end of the season that really are the guys that you know, can kind of get it done.
You've seen this firsthand too, right? Because didn't you coach in a couple of championships, or at least one in Colorado?
Oh yeah. You know, at the last school I was at as an assistant, you know, ranked number 1 in the country.
Wow.
Going into the playoffs, and in each year, one time losing in the second round and one time losing in the quarterfinals to teams that we should have beaten. So it's coulda, woulda, shoulda, but you know, at the end of the day, who's gonna play the best each Saturday? You never know.
You really have to limit your mistakes in these games. That other good team is just going to take advantage in a hurry.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, staying with league action, Mike Babcock is with us from the McKendree Bearcats football team. You will certainly, again, track some players on the all-conference squads, and I don't know when they get noted or not, maybe later on.
Yeah, it'll probably be in about 2 days, I think. So
Okay.
it's coming up quick. You know, hopefully get some guys on that roster. It'll be interesting to see how we play out, because again, there were a lot of quality teams this year in the GLVC.
But how's the system work again? Do you nominate from your team, and everybody finally votes?
Yeah,
or what?
So at the end, you know, we nominate from our team. You know, the guys we feel can, you know, are deserving of an all-conference nod, and then other coaches from the league are the ones that end up voting it. You know, I'm not allowed to vote for my guys. You know, it's all other coaches doing that. So, you know, that's the nice thing, is that the guys that are picked are guys from the other coaches think that they are deserving of the awards that they get. So whether it be player of the year, whether it be first team all conference, all the way down to honorable mention, you know, all of our guys are up for it this week. So kind of the best of luck to all of them. I know I nominated a bunch of guys, so it'll be interesting to see who ends up kind of getting the nod from the other coaches.
Well, Reese Metcalf has to be on that chart, and Preston Thompson, and you name it. That's just a couple of guys that.
A lot of guys. You know, and it's not just one position. I mean, I can go down the list and talk about, you know, Jalen Williams is, you know, one of the best wide receivers in the league. You know, Josh Lazaro, our kicker, you know, is a tremendous asset to our football team.
The punter. How about the punter?
Even defensively, even though we've given up some points, yards, you know, there's definitely some individual talent there that is deserving of a possible nod at an award. So, like I said, just it'll be interesting once it comes out to see who gets it and who needs to continue to work harder to try and get it next year.
Well, you've certainly had some crack that All-American path, too, through the years.
Yep, absolutely. And we've been fortunate, you know, to have, you know, we're one of the only teams to have a player of the year every single year, you know, for the last 4 years. And, you know, that's attributed to our off-season program. That's attributed to the players themselves and the athletic ability and the leadership that they have. It'll be interesting to see if we do get one this year. It'll be close, I think. You know, but like I said, those upperclassmen that don't get the nod, they just got to find a way to keep working hard, win more games, and then the accolades will start coming when that happens.
Very, very true. And of course, you'll unfortunately, but that's college, high school, you name it, you'll be without some real stalwarts come next year. But you also have some good building blocks coming back, and we hope some of our locals figure into from Bennett Richter and our buddy Caleb Shipley from Centralia, Tyler Seaver, Carlisle, Rankin from Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
You've got some good ones there, a handful of really
I've
good
got
athletes.
my entire Clinton County crew ready to.
That's right. Unload them.
Get it going. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Right.
Now we just need to be powered by ski, I think. That's the next thing. We don't need Gatorade or Powerade.
I bet that can be arranged. Is your recruiting on track besides the hopes for ski? How about the recruiting?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and really we tell our players, even the ones we just recruited, hey, I'm going to try and out-recruit you, you know, this next year. I'm going to try and get better recruits than what we have. That's what you got to do. You got to keep bringing in good talent. You know, I really like the freshman class that we brought in this year, and yet I'm going to try and go beat it. You know, in this next class, we've already got our eyes set on a lot of players. After Thanksgiving, all of us coaches will be on the road, hitting schools, hitting homes. You know, beating the bushes to try and find those guys, and start getting ready for signing day in February.
But that's the situation. It's not high school where the freshman all of a sudden, you know, he gets the upper hand sophomore, junior, senior year, whatever it is. I mean, if somebody better comes along, you're playing for keeps now. You want to win games in the worst way. So if somebody's better than the guy you had hey, he's gonna have to take a back seat for a while again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the same thing even with me coming from a smaller high school. You know, once you get to college, it doesn't matter the level.
No.
We've got all-state guys on our team. You know, you could be all this and all that in high school, but I'm telling you, college is different. You know, there's bigger boys, you know, coming in with, you know, 22-year-olds that have doing the same thing in the weight room for the last 4 to 5 years. You know, it can be a challenge. You know, some guys are ready for it, some guys aren't, and that's what's kind of great about college ball is, you know, who are the guys that are going to step up and really kind of show that grit and show that, you know, blue collar mentality. Those are the guys that end up, you know, being great college athletes. Doesn't matter what sport, you gotta fight tooth and nail for everything that you got. And like I said, those are guys that are going to be successful.
And you know what you're talking about, too, after those years as a player with the UCLA Bruins, with those Bears on the West Coast there. So, hey, is the schedule, we're about out of time, but is the schedule the same next year, Mike, or do you know offhand? Or
it is going to change a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
It'll change from year to year. We are a conference that is always trying to bring in more football-playing schools. You know, right now we only have 8 conference games, and so, you know, we're looking for more and more teams. So, but it is set. You know, we'll have a better idea come spring of our non-conference schedule and where we're going and what we're doing, and it'll be up on the web. But I'm sure you and I will be talking about it at signing day or spring ball time or
Yes.
sometime later
We'll
on,
have to
I'm
get
sure.
together after the turn of the year, whenever that is. Definitely for your spring game, as always, after that. So, all right. But otherwise, we appreciate your trips to Talking Sports through this fall campaign, and have a bit of an off season. I know basically it starts now or will be shortly for you and even the players.
Oh yeah, I'm sure vacation will come maybe in June or July or whatever. We
It's
got
nice
work
that
to
time
do,
of
Rip.
year.
We got to keep winning games. We're in recruiting. Let's go.
I understand. No sleep. All right. Thanks, Mike.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rip.
Mike Babcock of the McKendree Bearcats football team. We appreciate his voice again tonight. The same goes for Josh Conkle. Congrats to the Hornets volleyball team, 4th in state on the 2A level. Bill Morgan on scores and stuff. Thanks to him, too. Grandson, another state champ, second year in a row. I have to read that tweet when I get that text when I get some time. Just jumped out at me. Wasn't quick enough to. I think we got it basically right. We'll see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports. This is, what are we? Max 96.7, WCXO. There we go.
Talkin' Sports was powered by Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. Contact Anne-Marie for your mortgage product needs. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. Trenton Processing. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast